Now on Good Morning Northwest, addressing homelessness in the Spokane area. The goal for a meeting this evening and how you can be heard at it.
Yeah, it's another cold start, no doubt about it. We've got clouds moving in later on. There will be some warmer weather in the forecast. We'll talk about the timing on that coming up.
And another day, another deposition for former President Donald Trump. Why he'll be answering questions in New York in a civil suit. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Good morning and thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Robin Nance. It's Thursday, April 13th. Glad you're with us. Let's check in with Mark and that first alert forecast starting off a little bit chilly.
Yeah, and even with the winds being relatively light, less than 10 miles an hour, if you have to be outside waiting on a bus or you're going to walk to work or school, you've got a wind chill. It makes it feel like it's about 24 degrees. That's why we say, all right, let's get those light layers on. It's 30 degrees. It's chilly outside. Here are the 4 things you need to know. That chilly start not only today, but again tomorrow. Mix of sun and clouds. It is going, and we are going to see a warming trend. That's going to happen into the weekend, but showers coming in late Sunday, and we'll tell you why in a little bit. We look at today in our 12-hour forecast radar, and it's going to be variable clouds, some convection in the afternoon, so we could see a few isolated and scattered showers, but really into the mountains of Idaho, and we'll see those more numerous there than what we'll see in the lower elevations. Over the next 12 hours, increasing clouds certainly. Today's high, 51 degrees.
Well, today you can weigh in on the regional plan to address homelessness.
Spokane County cities and several organizations have been working on this collaborative effort for the last month. Destiny Richards is live at the Spokane Library, Central One, the site of today's meeting.
When city leaders first announced this decision to come up with a regional plan, it was included that there would be an opportunity for public input. And that's happening tonight here at the Central Library at 6:30 with a community conversation on homelessness. According to the library website, it's a kickoff event for community members to share input on how to collaboratively address this critical issue in the Spokane region. Organizers with the City of Spokane, Spokane County, the City of Spokane Valley, and the City of Airway Heights say they're looking for input from community stakeholders, people experiencing homelessness, service providers, local business owners and leaders, neighborhood councils, nonprofits, faith-based communities, and residents from across the region. It's been nearly 3 weeks since the 90-day due diligence period began for the regional plan to be created. When the 90 days are over, elected officials and other groups involved will appoint a central group to lead this regional approach, but everyone is encouraged to get involved. And this week, I spoke with a member of the Riverside Neighborhood Council who's planning on attending this meeting tonight, what she has to say about what she hopes comes out of this meeting and about the regional plan as a whole coming up later this hour. Live at the Central Library in downtown Spokane, Destiny Richards, 4 News Now.
Less than 24 hours after he was stabbed by a group of teenagers, a Spokane man wandered back downtown.
Spokane police arrested 3 teens involved in the violent attack. Officers suspect that same group of robbing another man and say there could be more arrests and charges coming. Jeremy Root says he remembers a group of about 5 or 6 teenagers, both boys and girls, who attacked him. Root says he was stabbed 5 times, and one of those knives was at least 10 inches long. He says he was on the bridge with a man he just met when it happened.
5 individuals arrived, talked a bunch of this, that, and the other about the guy wearing a red shirt. Then he ran like a punk and left me there to deal with 5 people armed with knives.
Root and the other man didn't claim to be part of a gang, but the teenagers said they represented one. After the stabbing, Root says he got help from a group of his friends at the downtown library. Now, people who live and work downtown say they're concerned about the recent assaults, robberies, and vandalism.
And today, Spokane's mayor, police chief, and the downtown precinct captain will address their recent efforts to keep downtown safe. And you can watch that live on KXLY.com and on our streaming app, KXLY Plus. Again, that is today at noon.
And at the Breaking Now desk, we are tracking new details out of New York today, where former President Donald Trump is expected to sit for deposition in a civil lawsuit brought by New York Attorney General Letitia James. You're taking a live look at Trump Tower right now, where the former president arrived yesterday ahead of today's deposition. Now, this is Trump's second deposition in this case. The first was in August of last year, when Trump refused to answer questions and cited his Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. The following month, the Attorney General's office filed that lawsuit seeking $250 million. The lawsuit claims that Trump and his family misled banks and business associates by giving them false information about his net worth and the value of assets such as hotels and golf courses. This case is set for trial in October, and the Trumps have denied wrongdoing. The deposition today is part of the discovery process. Right now, it's unclear whether Trump is more willing to cooperate. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
All right, Sydney, thank you. Some breaking news this morning. Some tense moments in Japan. A North Korean missile launch triggered an emergency alert system in the northern island of Hokkaido today, warning millions of people there to take cover. That warning was soon lifted, turning fear into anger and confusion as it was reported the missile fell outside of Japanese territory in the waters off the Korean peninsula. Some reports say the warning message was sent in error. The White House says it strongly condemns the missile test, a National Security Council spokesperson calling it a brazen violation of multiple UN Security Council resolutions.
Officers still need your help searching for this girl, Charlotte Grasick, one of 2 teenage girls who ran away from the Spokane Valley Addiction Center. The other was found yesterday. Grasick is not from the area and has a history of substance abuse. Officers say she may be visiting homeless camps or shelters. If you've seen her or have any information about where she is, call Crime Check at this number, 509-456-2233. It's now 6 minutes after 6.
All right, let's send things back over to Mark Peterson. Mark, yesterday we talked about some really heavy fog in North Idaho and up north, right?
Right. And we are not seeing that today. So things are looking pretty good. We don't have as much humidity as we did yesterday, although the temperatures are just as cold. We're going to have a check of forecast where we'll see more of that sunshine later on.
This morning, jury selection in the historic case against Fox News, what potential jurors will and will not have to answer.
And dozens of school districts targeted with bomb threats. What we're learning about the investigation into who's behind them.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
You rang? What's up?
I got hit by a car.
Lucky you, just a couple of scratches.
Don't accept that check.
We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
April showers brings mud, and that means it's time to go off-road. And everything you need is waiting at Snow's Auto. Shop over 100 custom wheels or crank up the sound with a new amp and subs. And this week, window tints are $50 off at Snow's Auto.
Put some spring into your step with Great Floors. Shop exclusive specials throughout our showroom on carpet, luxury vinyl, and cultivated wood. Save on Karastan carpet, only $20.23 for a whole home installation. Our huge selection and expert team are here to help you recreate the perfect look and feel of your home. Great Floors offers 12-month 0% financing, so you are free to select the exact flooring you want. Visit a showroom today and live life on Great Floors.
This is about more than just tractors. These are people's lives we're talking about here.
When I'm on my Kubota, everything goes away. It's my therapy.
Okay, guys, we need to get this part ordered for Rick's tractor immediately.
Heck, they don't treat people as customers. They treat people like family.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a 4-letter word.
I think I'll sell my veggies at the market.
You even remember to water the house plants. I do this?
You can do this.
Hey, we need to build a home office.
We're adding another bathroom.
I think I'll study programming.
Bro, you even connect your phone to Bluetooth.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
It's spring decking season, which means the best time to get the best selection and savings before the summer rush hits. From the decking pros at Windsor Plywood.
It's time to shop, shop for wood.
Shop where the contractors go for the best ideas to make your backyard beautiful for summer. From a great selection of aluminum and iron rod railing to the best quality decking choices, Windsor Plywood is the one-stop shop to get it done.
Windsor Plywood.
We love to save you green.
Welcome back to here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Hours from now, jury selection will begin in the historic Dominion defamation trial against Fox News.
Of the 300 potential jurors summoned to the Delaware Superior Court, 24 will be chosen, 12 jurors, 12 alternates. Jurors will have to answer questions about their news consumption, including whether they watch Fox News. But the judge says they won't be asked about whether they believe in the legitimacy of the 2020 election. The 6-week trial will call attention to Fox's 2020 election denialism. If a jury is not seated today, the process will continue tomorrow with opening statements planned for Monday.
The suicide rate is climbing in the U.S., reversing a 2-year decline. The CDC released a report showing the rate of suicides returned to a near record high in 2021. The death rate was 4 times higher among men than women last year. That year, I should say. And it was the 11th leading cause of death nationwide and the 2nd leading cause of death for people between the ages of 10 and 34.
The Attorney General for the U.S. Virgin Islands is accusing one of the biggest banks in the world of knowing about the sex abuse allegations against Jeffrey Epstein several years before the bank cut ties with their then client. The Attorney General is accusing J.P. Morgan of obstructing federal law enforcement and prosecuting agencies that pursued Epstein. Epstein pleaded guilty to soliciting prostitution with a minor in Florida in 2008, but he remained a client of J.P. Morgan until 2013.
All right, Thursday morning, 10-second takeaway. It's all about the chilly starts that we have, and then we rebound a little bit into the afternoon. So a warm layer to start, sunglasses during the day, high of 51 expected.
More than 30 school districts were targets of fake bomb threats yesterday.
Some local schools canceled classes the rest of the day as a precaution. Law enforcement says these threats were not credible, but Davenport schools didn't take any chances and canceled classes. The Davenport School District received an email that was sent to more than 30 school districts across the state about hidden bombs at schools. The district closed all schools and contacted law enforcement. Within 20 minutes, bomb-sniffing dogs from Fairchild Air Force Base had arrived at the schools, but they did not find any explosive materials.
Again, we don't get these very often. I've been in this district for 11 years, and this is the first time that I can recall something like this happening. And I think that there's always a chance to learn from it, and I would rather be overcautious and err on that side of it than be wrong.
Students and staff were sent to the Trinity Lutheran Church to meet up with their families. Lincoln County Sheriff's investigators still don't know who sent the email to the school district. Davenport schools will be back in session today. Some scary moments for sure, though, yesterday.
Yeah.
All right, Good Morning Northwest time is coming up on 6:13.
An unsolved Spokane murder. Loved ones of the man shot and killed say it's another murdered Indigenous person case. Coming up, we'll hear from a family desperate for answers.
And Mark is back with your full forecast as we are closing in on the weekend. Back with more Good Morning Northwest after this break.
Love your home from the inside and out with new windows from Infinity from Marvin. Ultrex fiberglass is 8 times stronger than vinyl and virtually maintenance-free. Infinity's energy-efficient windows and doors are built for life and backed by our limited lifetime warranty. Give your home the fresh new look it deserves and find out why more people are choosing fiberglass.
Call 892-6460 or go to residentialhs.com today to schedule your free design consultation and estimate. Residential Home Solutions and Infinity Windows. Home improvements. Custom fit for life.
Weather Alert Days on 4 News Now.
That means weather that could be a threat to your family's safety.
The First Alert Weather Team pinpoints the most impactful and dangerous days, warning you early, on air and online. Weather Alert Days, another way we're keeping you safe on 4 News Now.
Joni here at Post Falls Volkswagen with this bold and beautiful Taos. But there's more than just good looks behind this compact SUV. This is the perfect choice because it's also practical and efficient, with driver assist and all the latest enhanced safety features. Plus, the Taos is packed with the useful high-tech features you use every day. If you're thinking of a compact SUV, think Taos at your nearby Post Falls Volkswagen, the home of 0000.
It's time to think spring at Sculptured Gardens, the Inland Northwest's premier gift shop, garden center, and nursery. Shop early for the best selection for all your spring gardening needs, from seeds and soil to pots, containers, and cocoa fiber. Enjoy life. It's time, east of Sullivan on Sprague Avenue.
Warmer weather is on the way, and it's time to spring into the outdoors at the General Store with some amazing deals.
Like the Intex Challenger K2 Kayak, on sale for $199.99. All Minn Kota electric trolling motors and rod and reel combos, 20% off. We have a huge variety of supplies for all you green thumbs.
50% off seed starting kits and all Livingston seed packs of buy one, get one 50% off. All these deals and more this month at the General Store. We have the fun stuff. See all the great deals at GeneralStoreSpokane.com.
At BEC, we have some truly unique programs that we offer our members. One of my favorite programs, our annual reprice program. The way that works is you buy a car, and over the course of the next year or two, you slowly are working on building your credit. Each year, BEC automatically reevaluates all of our auto loans, boat loans, RV loans, and if we see that you've been making timely payments, we just automatically will reduce your rates. We always say at BECU that our members don't just bank, they belong.
If you're looking for a great career where you can spend time outdoors and make good money with an amazing team, then check out the Northwest Fence School of Fence. We will train individuals to specialize in chain link, privacy vinyl, ornamental iron, and wood fence installation. Our one-month school will assist you in understanding the basic principles of fence installation. Seize the opportunity to join our team and train to be a fence professional. Our classes are enrolling now, so contact Northwest Fence today for more information. Northwest Fence. Nobody builds them better.
4 News Now is brought to you by Fred's Appliance.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Welcome back. A man shot and killed in Spokane, but weeks later, still no arrest.
His family says it's another murdered Indigenous persons case that has gone unsolved. A family desperate for answers speaks only to 4 News Now's Rania Kaur.
The Spokane Police Department tells me they're still investigating who shot and killed Ellsworth Parso here at his apartment. But for his family, they say it's been 2 weeks. 2 weeks without an arrest, 2 weeks without any answers, and 2 weeks without closure. While police were searching for a shooter, Angel Sam got the call she'd been dreading.
We heard nearly immediately that Ellsworth had been murdered.
Ellsworth Parso was shot and killed at the Sisters Haven apartment on March 28th. Sam shares 2 daughters with Parso.
You know, grieving the loss of their father has been really heartbreaking. Just it's every day.
Sam says Parso, who is Native, is now a statistic, one of the many missing or murdered Indigenous people.
I miss him. And that he was loved. There's no justice in this situation.
Court documents say on the same day Ellsworth was killed, his dad saw someone who had threatened his son in the past leave the apartments.
It's really hard for us to understand why nothing has happened, why there have been no arrests.
The Spokane Police Department says the investigation is ongoing. In a statement, Corporal Nick Briggs wrote, quote, "There is no one outstanding as we have contacted everyone involved. Detectives continue to gather and analyze all relevant information."
You know, Ellsworth was a human being that is worthy of the dignity of justice. He's worthy of that.
In Spokane, Rania Kaur, 4 News Now.
And 4 News Now has done multiple stories on missing and murdered Indigenous people in Washington. You can find my special report on KXLY.com.
All right, you are taking a look at, well, the sun as
Yes.
it is now rising here. It is 6:18 on your Thursday morning.
Yeah, and Mark, what are we dealing with all over?
We've got pretty good traffic going on, and we have great road conditions. Taking a look at I-90. Of course, you've got a big truck blocking it, but everything looks great.
Oh, it's versatile.
It's a versatile truck, yes. And 195 at Hatch looking pretty good this morning. Yeah, these are how these things work when they're live. Also, great conditions over there. Look at Rathdrum. And again, just a few clouds out there. Beautiful sunrise. Everything's looking pretty good. Temperatures this morning, cool, yes. Meade 22, 24 into Deer Park. We have 28 into Liberty Lake. No matter where you go, you're not going to see anything extremely warm, so dress appropriately as you head out. We will come up to 51 degrees today, but 56 is that average high. Overnight lows still below average as well, 31 degrees, but we will remain dry for the most part today, tomorrow, and then we work our way into Saturday. We'll start to see a change for Sunday. Right now, we do have, again, a few light snow flurries into North Idaho, higher elevations, and just a mess throughout much of the state of Montana. If you're heading there, you're going to find winter travel. Crossing over Idaho, not so much. Forecast radar for today, it's going to be what happens after 12 noon. We start to see, again, increasing cloud covering in 3, 4, 5 o'clock. Isolated showers more into the higher elevations, but a little bit of graupel, ice pellets, maybe a little light snow falling. For today, we are going to see temperatures that are below average. We are going to be in the low to mid 50s, and that's if you're downtown. Officially, we're going to be hovering around 50 degrees. Deer Park, you're going to be 52, but you head down south on 195, you're going to be into the upper 40s, and we're going to see that also into parts of Rathdrum and parts of Idaho. Rathdrum, Idaho. It's in the state. Now, Friday, tomorrow, 53 degrees. We start a slow warming trend to then Saturday at 58. It'll be 62 on Sunday, and then back in to the low 50s for the high for next week with rain showers coming in. So let's graph it, shall we? Because we haven't used the graphing function yet this morning. Yep, on the weekend, down for the week, below average. So Saturday and Sunday, much like last Easter weekend, had pretty nice weekend, had a few isolated scattered showers, but we're repeating that same pattern with rain coming in Sunday night.
But it's not like we're dipping down into the 30s, right? We're dipping down to 51, which 2 weeks ago we would have been rejoicing over.
Mr. Positive
That's
over
right.
there.
That's what he
Gotcha.
does.
I know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I try. Good Morning Northwest time is 6:21. Jared Kelenic has struggled in his young career with the Mariners, but he flashed another sign of his huge potential at Wrigley Field.
And a 6th Man of the Year in the West Coast Conference has declared for the NBA draft. The details on Malachi Smith's decision next in sports.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
One size does not fit all. That's why at Twilight Bedding, we've made a career out of crafting custom mattresses for our customers. And they're all made right here in Spokane. During the month of March, you can save up to $1,000 on a new mattress. Buy any king-size mattress and pay the price of a queen. Or buy any queen-size mattress and pay the price of a full size. Don't wait. These offers are only good during the month of March. Sleep right. By Twilight.
It's all about fun, food, relaxation, low room prices, and more fun. Cure your spring fever at North Idaho's most welcoming casino, the Kootenai Casino. April is Progressive Super Spends Month, and it's your chance to win big while paying so little for your getaway. Our April Kootenai Falls Lodge and Riverview rooms are specially priced. If amazing gaming is what you want, book a spring fever getaway. Call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY or visit KootenaiRiverInn.com.
I just don't think STCU could handle us. We've grown a lot.
Can I be frank with you? Not just because that's my name. Now, we've upgraded our tools, team, and bring a fresh perspective.
So what's your pitch?
Slow down a bit. Growth's great, but uncontrolled growth, now that can be dangerous.
And how could growth be bad?
You ever seen a 6-foot-tall third grader sitting on Santa's lap? It's weird.
This is some sort of reverse psychology.
You can't drive 80 miles per hour down a highway that's not finished. You don't want to eat a grilled cheese.
I would have stopped at the first one.
I didn't know where I was going with that anyways.
I get your point, but I don't need STCU to help us slow down.
True, but we're happy to offer strategy and advice until you do need us. Sometimes, what's best for you doesn't boost our bottom line.
Sounds like STCU actually cares.
We do. All right, 3, 2, 1. Feel like we've had a breakthrough here today. STCU Business. Partner up.
Take advantage of all the tax credits you can, including the new Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. You could get up to $1,200 back on state taxes already paid. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
4 News Now anchor team, not just in the newsroom, but in the community. We're doing the work, listening to you, asking questions, and getting the answers you need to help keep your family safe. It's what we mean when we say, expect more on 4 News Now.
Well, we might have seen Malachi Smith's final game at Gonzaga. Welcome into Morning Sports. I'm Julian Minnesome. Smith has declared for the NBA draft. He joins Julian Strother as the second Gonzaga player to turn pro this week. Smith was the West Coast Conference 6th Man of the Year, averaging 8 points a game. He was also Gonzaga's most efficient guard in the NCAA tournament, shooting more than 50% from the field. Now, according to reports, Smith's intention is to maintain eligibility with the option to return to Gonzaga while still going through the NBA draft process. Smith was expected to be one of the key players for the Bulldogs next season. And Smith joins Drew Timme, of course, Julian Strother, Rajir Bolton, Hunter Salas, Efton Reed, and Dominic Harris as the list of players who are leaving the program. Forward Anton Watson is undecided on his future. Watson has 1 year of eligibility remaining. Idaho women's basketball lost its best player. Vandals forward Beons B is reportedly entering the transfer portal. B was a unanimous All-Big Sky first-team selection the last 3 seasons. She also led the Vandals in scoring at 22 points a game. This comes just a week after B's head coach John Newley and the University of Idaho agreed to part ways. Washington State baseball defeated Seattle U 11-2 on Wednesday. Cougar shortstop Kyle Russell knocked in 3 RBIs in the victory. WSU also snapped a 3-game losing streak. And that'll wrap us up for Morning Sports.
And the Mariners avoided a sweep at Wrigley Field by breaking out the big bats against the Cubs. Teoscar Hernandez smashes one to deep left field in the 8th to make it 4-1 M's. But the blast everyone is talking about is this. Jared Kelenic crushes one 482 feet into the second deck there in center field. It's the Mariners' longest measured home run in the StatCast era, which goes back to 2015. It's also Kelenic's 3rd straight game with a homer. The M's win it 5-2. They are off today and will kick off a 9-game homestand against the Colorado Rockies tomorrow. Wow. Crush job, though. Wow. 482 feet.
Incredible.
All right. Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:26.
As we send you off to a commercial break, take a look at what's coming up on GMA beginning at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a warning from a mother who says she was the victim of a scary scam. Jennifer DeStefano says when she recently received a call from an unknown number, she almost didn't answer. But her 15-year-old daughter, Brianna, was on a skiing trip and she worried it could be an emergency. So she picked up.
It's my daughter's voice crying and sobbing, saying, "Mom." And I'm like, okay, what happened? She's like, "Mom, these bad men have me. Help me, help me."
Within minutes, they confirmed her daughter was safe. She says it was all a scheme using artificial intelligence to replicate her daughter's voice.
I've tried to comb through my head where could they have gotten this, and I cannot figure it out, which is also kind of scary because then you're wondering how much are they paying attention to you.
And coming up at 7 a.m., what you need to know to protect yourself. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
I have moderate to severe Crohn's disease. Now there's Skyrizi.
I've got symptom relief. Control of my Crohn's means everything to me. Control is everything to me.
Feel significant symptom relief with Skyrizi, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements at 4 weeks. Skyrizi is the first and only IL-23 inhibitor for Crohn's that can deliver both clinical remission and endoscopic improvement. The majority of people on Skyrizi achieve long-lasting remission at 1 year.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Liver problems may occur in Crohn's disease.
Ask your gastroenterologist how you can take control of your Crohn's with Skyrizi.
Control is everything to me.
Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gamma Knife.
April showers brings mud, and that means it's time to go off-road. And everything you need is waiting at Snow's Auto. Shop over 100 custom wheels or crank up the sound with a new amp and subs. And this week, window tints are $50 off at Snow's Auto.
No matter where you are in your financial journey, we're here to help you along the way. Open a free Ascend checking account and you can earn 3.50% APY on balances up to $15,000 with no minimum balance required. Bring your finances to new heights with our checking that pays you dividends. Get your account today at p1fcu.org/ascend. P1FCU, your community, your credit union.
Winning the $56,000 Fred's Appliance upgrade at Northern Quest could change a lot about your kitchen. But eating your feelings in front of the fridge at 2 a.m.? Oof, That's still on you. Don't miss the $56,000 appliance upgrade at Northern Quest every Thursday in April. Get one free entry daily with your Camus Rewards card and play for even more. Details at northernquest.com.
How does free college or training sound? It's possible. Washington College Grant gives eligible people money for certificate programs, job training, apprenticeships, or college. Learn more at wagrant.org. That's wagrant.org.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now story tracker with the stories people are reading about online this morning.
It was a day of grisly testimony in the Lori Vallow Daybell murder trial, which resumes today. The detective who found the bodies of her 2 children testified about discovering the remains. Vallow Daybell appeared upset and was crying during the testimony. She and her husband, Chad Daybell, each faced charges of murder, conspiracy, and grand theft. She could get life in prison while he could get the death penalty if convicted.
President Biden arrived in Dublin today for a meeting with Ireland's president and other Irish leaders. Biden is expected to discuss a number of global issues, including the war in Ukraine. Ireland has been officially neutral in world conflict since the 1930s, but the war in Europe has tested that stance. Good morning, Northwest. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Derek Dice. It is Thursday, April the 13th. Let's get right to Mark Peterson with a look at that first alert forecast, and we should see some blue skies today.
Yeah. That and a little bit of cloud cover. It is a crisp start, no doubt about that. We're still hovering at 30 degrees. A relatively clear sky. Winds to 6 miles an hour, which has us feeling like 24 degrees. We look at the next 12 hours, and the setup is going to be, again, variable clouds increasing for the afternoon. We're going to see isolated showers coming out of this. Now, at 3 o'clock, about 50, but our high today is going to be 51. We'll see that around 4 or 5 o'clock. We look at the forecast radar, and it is just that, variable clouds throughout the day. We have a weak high pressure. By this afternoon, we'll start to see a little convection and some shower activity coming in, mainly into the higher elevations. But then we see it in around Spokane, north, crossing over, coming out of Canada. That could trigger a few episodes of snow crystals, or graupel, as we like to call it, maybe some light snow. 51 in Spokane for the high today. Coeur d'Alene 50, 49 into St. Mary's. Here's a look at the 4 things you need to know. It is a chilly start today, so make sure you grab a jacket as you're heading out. Sun and clouds, it is going to be that not only today, but again tomorrow. We do start a warming trend, and coming up, we're going to talk about those rain showers coming in late Sunday.
And at the Breaking Now desk, new information in the ruling that could affect millions of people. A federal appeals court has frozen parts of a Texas judge's order that would have suspended the FDA approval of a medication abortion drug. Last night's decision comes after a U.S. district judge issued a ruling last Friday that would have halted the FDA's 23-year approval of the drug mifepristone. Under the new order, the approval will stay in effect, and the drug will remain on the market while an expedited appeal plays out. However, the appeals court is leaving in place parts of the ruling that halted changes the FDA made around the drug. Those changes include the end of the requirement that the abortion pill be picked up in person, the agency's approval of a generic version of the drug, and adjustments the FDA made to the label instructions for the drug's use. The case is likely headed to the Supreme Court. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Well, a bill that would increase the number of multifamily homes across Washington is one step closer to becoming law. The bill passed the Senate 35-14. It overrides local zoning rules that have kept large areas of cities only for single-family homes. Supporters of the bill say increasing housing supply is critical to easing a statewide housing crisis that's seen home prices soar. But critics argue each city should address their own specific housing issues. The bill now heads to the House for final approval.
In an effort to retain teachers, the Post Falls School District will try a 4-day work week starting this fall. The district has been asking for parent feedback for months, with 63% of those surveyed in favor of a shorter school week. Students will no longer have school on Fridays, but Monday through Thursday, the school day will be a little bit longer. Kindergarten through 8th grade students will go to school 25 minutes longer on those days, and Post Falls High School students will be in class an extra 45 minutes. And this would make Post Falls the 79th school district in Idaho to move to a 4-day schedule.
79th already in Idaho, huh?
Yeah. I'd like that for us.
The kids would like it.
Yeah. A community conversation on homelessness tonight is a step toward Spokane County leaders devising a plan to combat the issue.
Yeah, the event at the Central Library is free, and everyone is invited to come and voice their opinion. Destiny Richards is live in downtown with what you need to know about this regional plan.
Right now, city leaders in Spokane County and organizations involved are in a 90-day due diligence period to come up with a regional plan. The goal is for visions, money, and resources to be combined into one area to get housing and services to those experiencing homelessness. At the end of these 90 days, a central group will be appointed to lead this regional approach. In the meantime, everyone is encouraged to get involved. Pia Hallenberg is the chair of the Riverside Neighborhood Council and plans on attending tonight's community conversation. She supports the idea of a regional plan and believes no progress can be made by linking crime to homelessness.
It's not a crime to be homeless. And most of the homeless people that I see, or the street people that I see, are people who, for obvious reasons, can't take care of themselves. Whether it's drugs or illness or what it is, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose that, but I can tell that they cannot take care of themselves.
Hallenberg says she has faith in the leaders coming up with the regional plan and hopes people will be able to talk and be heard at tonight's meeting. If you missed it earlier, here are those meeting details. The community conversation on homelessness is happening tonight at 6:30 until 8:30 at the Central Library. Again, it is free to attend and everyone is welcome. And we'll continue to follow this regional plan and everything that is happening to create it. You can see all of our previous coverage on KXLY.com. Live in downtown Spokane at the Central Library, Destiny Richards, 4 News Now.
All right, Destiny, thank you so much. Good morning, Northwest. Time is now 6:36.
All right, as you are heading out this morning, you might have to scrape a windshield or two.
Yeah, it's a little frosty. Had it this morning on my rig. We're going to have temperatures that could get above freezing by 8 o'clock. But the sun is up. We got some blue sky, a little bit of cloud cover, and a full forecast coming your way.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Good news. No matter what you choose, you save. Carl's Jr.'s all-day 2 for $5 deal lets you pick 2 tasty items, like our savory cheeseburger, spicy chicken sandwich, chicken stars, or French toast dips for just $5. Only at Carl's Jr.
Living in the Inland Northwest has its advantages, and one of those is working with amazing people who dedicate their time and efforts to help others. STCU's Volunteers Count is a program to say thank you for this service and inspire others to give back too. Please tell us about a volunteer at a local nonprofit that inspires you. Go to KXLY.com/volunteerscount and nominate them. Help us showcase those people who give of their time and truly make a difference. Volunteers Count, brought to you by 4 News Now and STCU.
Get stuffed on the good stuff as Rach puts a veggie twist on a classic dish.
They're good and good for you.
And the author of Heirloom Kitchen shares one of her family faves.
Chin Chin.
Mixed Rachel.
Watch Rachel today at 3 and 4 News Now at 5.
Lazy Boy knows that home should feel like you or me. That's why they have so many styles to choose from. So no matter what makes you feel at home, you'll find everything you need at Lazy Boy. Lazy Boy. Live life comfortably.
Right now, lease a new 2022 GMC Sierra for just $347 a month. That's right, just $347 a month. The all-wheel drive Sierra features a 2.7-liter turbo high-output engine, best-in-class crew cab with tons of front head and legroom, cutting-edge technology, and the dependability and craftsmanship of a GMC truck. Come see the selection of new Sierras just off I-90 at George G. Buick GMC, the top volume GMC Buick dealer in Washington State.
Tremendous time for Don the Snake Prudhomme, ladies and gentlemen. That's the first 5-second time ever.
And come meet Don the Snake Prudhomme at the 7th Annual Spokane Speed and Custom Show, April 14th to 16th. It's the biggest all-indoor car show in Spokane history. 8 buildings packed with over 400 vehicles. Spokane Fair and Expo Center, April 14, 15, and 16. Doors open at noon on Friday, 10 on Saturday and Sunday. See the Snake and TV's Ian Russell on Friday and Saturday. The Spokane Speed and Custom Show. See us on Facebook, and we'll see you there.
Good news. No matter what you choose, you save. Carl's Jr.'s all-day 2 for $5 deal lets you pick 2 tasty items, like our savory cheeseburger, spicy chicken sandwich, chicken stars, or French toast dips for just $5. Only at Carl's Jr.
It's now 6:39. Some positive economic news. Inflation has fallen to the lowest level since May of 2021 for the most part. A new Bureau of Labor Statistics report just released shows consumer prices are down from 6% in February, marking the 9th straight month of slowing inflation. But the rate is still a long way from the Federal Reserve's target. Core inflation numbers remain high. They are up 5.6% year over year. This means higher rents, housing, and other costs.
If you look at cost of transportation, that went up. If you also look at airline ticket prices, also went up. If you look at the cost of housing, still very elevated.
The latest report is adding to the debate around what the Fed will do at its next meeting, either pause interest rate hikes or increase them to further cool down the overheated economy. The next Federal Reserve meeting is scheduled for May 2nd.
Trying to lose weight but feel like you're just stuck? Getting better sleep may be your answer. For adults in a weight loss program, better sleep was linked to daily calorie intake goals during this year-long program, according to a preliminary study from the American Heart Association and researchers at the University of Pittsburgh. People who got better sleep had higher rates of attendance in group sessions and meetings for the weight loss program they were in. So the next time you feel like you're not getting anywhere with your weight loss, well, consider improving your bedtime and your sleep quality.
All right, good morning, everybody. It's 10-second takeaway, and it is going to be a continuation of cold starts, at least for the next couple of days. So get those warm layers on, grab your sunglasses, you'll need them. Today's high 51.
The White House has declared war against a powerful synthetic opioid made from fentanyl combined with an animal tranquilizer called xylazine. Officials say it has been found in almost all 50 states and is linked to an increasing number of overdose deaths. The Drug Enforcement Administration says the tranquilizer was found in 23% of fentanyl powder and 7% of fentanyl pills it seized in 2022. Experts say when used, it can leave severe skin ulcers and rotting skin that could lead to amputation.
Well, the cost of putting food on the table is going down. Grocery prices fell in March, which is the first decline since September of 2020, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. The data shows indexes for fish, eggs, and poultry fell 1.4% from February to March. Fruit and vegetable prices also dipped slightly in that time frame, but bakery items, cereals, and non-alcoholic drinks were among the products that did become a little more expensive. Although this month-to-month decline is a relief for consumers, grocery prices are still more expensive on an annual comparison. But yeah, we've all been feeling it at the grocery store for a while.
Sure have. It's now 6:42.
All right, we will be right back with Mark's full forecast right after this. Don't go away. We love you.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe she could sell her house.
What could go wrong?
Like listing your house, then dealing with all the trouble, expense, not to mention closing costs. We Buy Ugly Houses can buy your house fast for cash, as is with no hassle. Call or click to sell quick.
You rang? What's up?
I got hit by a car.
Ooh. Lucky you, just a couple of scratches. I think we can settle this.
Don't accept that check. Craig Swap & Associates will take it from here.
After an accident, the insurance company wants to settle with you for as small of a check as possible, like this one. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Join us for jackpots, food, and fun at Chewelah Casino. The more you play, the more entries you can earn in our Mo Money prize drawings, totaling over $18,000 in prizes and cash. That's right, 2 nights of grand prize drawings, April 15th and April 29th, starting at 6 p.m. Sun Club players could win grand prize bundles, including a riding lawnmower, leaf blower, weed whacker, and a self-propelled lawnmower. Learn more at ChewelahCasino.com.
One size does not fit all. That's why at Twilight Bedding, we've made a career out of crafting custom mattresses for our customers. And they're all made right here in Spokane. During the month of March, you can save up to $1,000 on a new mattress. Buy any king-size mattress and pay the price of a queen. Or buy any queen-size mattress and pay the price of a full size. Don't wait. These offers are only good during the month of March. Sleep right. By Twilight.
It's the once-a-year spring tune-up event this week at the Cal Superstores in Airway Heights, Coeur d'Alene, and Spokane.
Hi, I'm George, and I'm offering great deals on over 300 of the best rigs in the region.
And I'm Mustachio, offering up to $600 in free upgrades with every vehicle sold, like lifts, light bars, fenders, and tires, so you can customize your ride. It's perfect! Like the deal and love your wheels.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe she could sell her house.
What could go wrong?
Like listing your house, then dealing with all the trouble, expense, not to mention closing costs. We Buy Ugly Houses can buy your house fast for cash, as is with no hassle. Call or click to sell quick.
4 News Now is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
Welcome back. The massive leak of U.S. government secrets has the White House scrambling to contain it and find who's responsible. A new Washington Post report claims the leak came from a young man who worked on a military base and how he posted the sensitive national security documents to an online group united by their love of guns and God. ABC's M. Wynn reports.
This morning, a bombshell report is revealing details about the leak of what appears to be highly classified U.S. military documents. According to the Washington Post, the alleged leaker is in his 20s and worked on a military base. The Post reports he shared several documents a week beginning late last year with a group of about 24 people on Discord, an online chat room popular with gamers.
I don't think that there was a goal nor some sort of accomplishment that he was looking for in sharing these documents.
A member of the chat room says the man called America's intelligence community a sinister force that sought to suppress its citizens and keep them in the dark. The Washington Post says it spoke to a friend of the alleged leaker, agreeing not to name or show the young man, who said this about his friend.
He had disagreed with several occasions, such as Waco and Ruby Ridge, and thought that the government is overreaching in several aspects.
The report did not name the alleged leaker, and ABC News has not verified the report. In a statement, Discord said it's cooperating with law enforcement as the Justice Department opens a criminal investigation. Meanwhile, the Biden administration is trying to contain fallout from the leak, which included dozens of apparently classified Pentagon documents exposing top-secret intelligence. The files suggest potential problems for Ukraine, including a dire shortage of air defense missiles. The head of Ukrainian military intelligence says he spoke with his U.S. counterparts about the leak. He blames Russia for the leak, but the friend of the alleged leaker disputes that.
He is not a Russian operative. He is not a Ukrainian operative. I'll go as far to say he's not even on the east side of the world. He was a young, charismatic man who loved nature, God, who loved shooting guns and racing cars.
The Post agreeing not to name or show that friend.
U.S. officials are likely to face more questions when they travel to Germany next week, when representatives of more than 50 nations gather to coordinate weapons and aid support for Ukraine. M. Wynn, ABC News, Washington.
Here is your live look at the sunrise. The sun's been up about, what, 40 minutes-ish, 42 minutes?
Yeah,
6:05.
Let's get things warming up here, huh?
Well, wouldn't that be nice? It'll take a while as the sun gets higher up, 8, 9 o'clock. We'll start to see things above freezing. It's going to take a while. 51 will, in the end, be our forecasted high for the day. Yesterday we forecasted 49 and we actually got to 50 degrees. So we'll see what happens. Tonight temperatures again are going to be cold, frosty in the morning, 31 for the overnight low. Many areas that are going to be in the 20s. So we hold on to these cool starts, if not cold starts. 24 into Deer Park, Meade at 22, while 9 Mile is at 28 degrees. Not a lot of difference, but you put light winds in there and it makes a big difference. And we have winds less than 10 miles an hour, but still they're out there. We look at what we can expect when, you know, it comes to what's going on around the country. We had a very calm day yesterday for the most part. About 80% of the country was calm. Severe weather into the southeast. That's going to continue. Florida was inundated. We're going to see that moving now into parts of Mississippi and areas of Louisiana. We have snow and rain into areas of Montana where this rain will then become snow tonight. We have snow into the central part of the state, and that goes all the way down into Utah. If you're traveling into those areas, it's going to be winter weather. For us, it is going to be sun and clouds. We're going to see, again, convective action. We're going to have the potential for some showers firing up 3, 4, 5 o'clock. We saw them yesterday, and they were isolated, so that potential is there. Our highs day, again, below average. We are going to be into the low to mid 50s. We'll see that. Bank signs in your vehicle could say 55 downtown, but our official high we're looking at is 51, and of course it's going to be in the upper 40s when we look at what's going on over into Idaho, Coeur d'Alene, Rathdrum, and then heading north. 53 for Friday. We start warming up. 58 Saturday, above average. Sunday, 62 with afternoon rain showers that then bring in another cold front, wet weather, and that's going to be Monday and Tuesday with highs like today, 51.
All right.
We'll still take it.
Yeah, we will. Looks good for the weekend. It's now just about 10 minutes before the hour. Your morning sprint is coming up next.
We thank you so much for waking up with Good Morning Northwest here on your Thursday morning. We'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Jacobs Custom Living.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on the next task. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. 4 News Now Extreme Team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union. Look at this baseball field and this one. How about this one? Which one is next for a 4 News Now Extreme Team Diamonds and Dreams makeover? How about yours? Go to KXLY.com and tell us why your field deserves a makeover. Diamonds and Dreams brought to you by your hometown Chevy dealers and Horizon Credit Union.
Warmer weather is on the way, and it's time to spring into the outdoors at the General Store with some amazing deals.
Like the Intex Challenger K2 Kayak, on sale for $199.99. All Minn Kota electric trolling motors and rod and reel combos, 20% off. We have a huge variety of supplies for all you green thumbs.
50% off seed starting kits, and all Livingston seed packs are buy one, get one 50% off. All these deals and more this month at the General Store.
We have the fun stuff.
See all the great deals at GeneralStoreSpokane.com.
ABC's World News Tonight
and 4 News Now.
When the local story is national news.
When national stories hit home. Watch ABC World News Tonight at 5:30.
And 4 News Now at 6. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
Are you tired of getting out of your car to open your gate? Would you like to control the access to your commercial property or business? Then call the experts at Northwest Fence to get a free estimate for your new automated gate. Nobody builds them better.
Here's the latest expansion news from Spokane Tribe Casino. Check out the expanded Caesar Sportsbook, now the largest in the area. With even more room, more betting options than before, and a buddy bar with bar top games. Plus, be on the lookout for the all-new smoke-free gaming area, also coming soon. Play Take or Trade select Saturdays this April for your chance to take a $500 win or trade it for a mystery prize of up to $2,000. Only at Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
At Coeur d'Alene Wigs, we have that great hair day every day. Wigs are a great way to look and feel good in a matter of minutes. With over 60 years experience, we will help you find a wig that matches your personality and gives you confidence. We also measure, fit, and refresh your current wigs. Stop in and shop our great selection of wigs, toppers, and accessories. Walk-ins welcome, appointments recommended. Coeur d'Alene Wigs, where it's a great hair day every day.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is now 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Thursday in the morning sprint.
It's going to be another cold and cloudy day. Mark has your forecast just ahead.
Sydney Charles has details on a new ruling that affects access to an abortion pill.
But let's get right to Destiny Richards. She's live at Spokane Central Library ahead of a meeting being held to address homelessness.
For the past few months, we have been reporting on city and county leaders coming up with a plan to address regional homelessness. And a part of creating that plan is getting community input. The chance for that is tonight at a community conversation on homelessness. It's here at the Central Library from 6:30 to 8:30 tonight. And they're looking to hear from a wide variety of people. So if you have an opinion on the homelessness crisis in our area, you're encouraged to come on out. You can find more information about this event as well as our previous coverage on this plan on KXLY.com.
All right, good morning. In our First Alert Weather, and that First Alert Weather app would be a great addition to your phone. We do have highs into the 50s today, 53 up into Bonners Ferry. However, it's light snow there right now. We're expecting 51 for the high with variable clouds, a few afternoon showers in and around our region. But we are going to see sun and clouds with cloudy conditions at times, and that high today, again, 51 degrees.
Less than 24 hours after he was stabbed by a group of teenagers, a Spokane man was back in downtown. Spokane police arrested 3 teens involved in the violent attack. Officers suspect that same group of robbing another man and say there could be more arrests and more charges coming. Jeremy Root says he remembers a group of about 5 or 6 teenagers, boys and girls, who attacked him. Root says he was stabbed 5 times and one of the knives was at least 10 inches long. You can read more about what Root says happened on KXLY.com.
More than 30 school districts were targets of fake bomb threats yesterday. Some local schools canceled classes the rest of the day as a precaution. Law enforcement says these threats were not credible, but Davenport schools didn't want to take any chances and canceled classes. The district received an email about hidden bombs at schools. Davenport then contacted law enforcement, and within 20 minutes, bomb-sniffing dogs from Fairchild Air Force Base had arrived at the schools, but they did not find any explosive materials.
In an effort to retain teachers, the Post Falls School District will try a 4-day work week starting this fall. The district has been asking for parent feedback for months. 63% of those surveyed are in favor of the shorter work week. Students will no longer have school on Fridays, but Monday through Thursday, school days will be a little bit longer. Kindergarten through 8th grade students will go to school 25 minutes longer, and Post Falls high school students will be in class an extra 45 minutes.
Some breaking news this morning. Some tense moments in Japan. A North Korean missile launch triggered an emergency alert system in the northern island of Hokkaido today, warning millions of people there to take cover. The missile reportedly fell outside of Japanese territory, though, in the waters off the Korean peninsula. Some reports say that warning message was sent in error. The White House says it strongly condemns North Korea's missile tests.
And a federal appeals court has frozen parts of a Texas judge's order that would have suspended the FDA approval of a medication abortion drug. Under the new order, the approval will stay in effect and the drug mifepristone will remain on the market while an expedited appeal plays out. However, the appeals court is leaving in place parts of the ruling that halted changes the FDA made around the drug. Some of those changes include the end of the requirement that the abortion pill be picked up in person, the agency's approval of a generic version of the drug, and adjustments the FDA made to the label instructions for the drug's use.
It was a day of grisly testimony in the Lori Vallow Daybell murder trial, which resumes today. The detective who found the bodies of her 2 children testified about discovering the gruesome remains. Vallow Daybell and her husband, Chad Daybell, each face charges of murder, conspiracy, and grand theft.
Today, former President Donald Trump is expected to sit for deposition in a civil lawsuit brought by New York Attorney General Letitia James. The lawsuit claims that Trump and his family misled banks and business associates by giving them false information about his net worth and value of assets. The lawsuit is also seeking $250 million. The case is set for trial in October.
A bill that would increase the number of multifamily homes across Washington is one step closer to becoming law. The bill passed the Senate 35-14. It overrides local zoning rules that have kept large areas of cities only for single-family homes. The bill now heads to the House.
Officers need your help looking for Charlotte Grasick, one of 2 teenage girls who ran away from a Spokane Valley Addiction Center. The other girl was found yesterday. Grasick is not from the area. She has a history of substance abuse. Officers say she may be visiting homeless camps and shelters. If you've seen her, call Crime Check. We'll be back with weather after this.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
The Move Fitness gyms are on the move.
Let's go! With everyone getting ready for summer and a new gym opening soon in Spokane, there's never been a better time to join.
At Gold Seal Plumbing, we're always looking at better ways to solve plumbing issues in your home. That's why we use the latest technology in sewer line repair called trenchless sewer repair. We can replace your current sewer line without digging up your entire yard. With just a couple of holes in the ground, we can pull new sewer pipe from the main line right into your house with minimal disruption to your lawn and your wallet. So if you need your sewer line repaired or replaced, call the best. Call Gold Seal Plumbing. We're on our way.
So we look outside and what do we see? We have blue sky, got a little bit of cloud cover out there, and that's going to be really our morning and into the afternoon with increased clouds and just some isolated showers coming in later on today north of Spokane all the way to the Canadian line. Again, Bonners Ferry getting snow right now. So for us, 51 for our forecast high today. Tomorrow it's going to be 53. Warming into the weekend. So Saturday will be above average and then low 60s for Sunday. It's Sunday evening that we see another round of rain coming in, and that'll take us into a cooling trend to start next week.
All right, Mark, thank you so much.
All right, thank you for being with us. We'll have updates throughout Good Morning America, which starts right now.